Okay, guys, so before we continue uh, with the muscles of lower leg, I think it's really important to have first the bone structure of the feet, and because some of the muscles of in the lower leg will be attached right there in the the bones, the feet bones. So because of this, I think it will be good for us to create kind of an illustration for the bones, just as we did here in the hands. But just thinking of the bones with cylinders and doing kind of blocking volume for general looking for the bones, right? So in order to do this, the first thing that we need is to understand the structure of the feet. And in order to do this, I separated some reference images from Proco videos, just because here we have some plenty nice images. And once again, I really suggest everyone to have a look on his videos. I think it's the best in the market for understanding anatomy. So here we are applying to the 3D environment, but for everything, I think Proco is awesome. So yeah, as you can check it here, we have some we have three options for understanding the blocking for the feet bones. And here we have some nice images on lot of angles to have to use it as a reference. And I think the most important things is to think the structure of the feet just as the same as the hands, but instead of having those carpals and metacarpals, we're gonna have those tarsals of toes. Um, so we're gonna have this big group, which will be the tarsals. We're gonna have the metatarsals and then the phalanges, and this will be pretty much the same as the hands. As you can see, the phalanges for the thumb, the toe, we're gonna have the only two phalanges, just as the thumb, and then the rest will be with three phalanges, little ones. It will be like the inverted of the hands. The hands, we're gonna have some bigger phalanges and a little group of carpals, and here we're gonna have a big group of tarsals and less size for phalanges, and for the metacarpals will be barely the same. Um, well, yeah, the first thing on the structure of feet that is really important for us to understand is those arches that we have that are that are forming by its structure, its bony structure. So we're gonna have this nice arch like in this angle. Also, we're gonna have this arch here in the interior part, and this other one in the exterior part. So we're gonna have a look on it when we are going to block the general volume. But another tips that we can follow is that the general look in the size will be uh, basing on that half measurement that we have made on hands. We're gonna have here the half size will be exactly around here. So kind of the end of the tarsals distance, and yeah, we're gonna have kind of the half size over here, and also we can position the general size of feet in thirds, and the same third size will be at its highest, the feet height. So we can divide it in three. Also for its width and for its height it will be 1/3, and for its length will be those 3/3. Okay, here 1/3 and here 1/3, right? Yeah, so starting by the heel bone, we're gonna have the calcaneus, and just as we are looking here, actually to be the same of this angle, we can flip, and we're gonna have the same angle, the same orientation. This will be the right feet by looking from the top view, and actually this one is from the bottom view, but yeah, so maybe we wouldn't need to make that flipping to the image, but yeah, let's go back. And here we're gonna have I thought it was from the top view, but from here we can clearly see the calcaneus at the bottom and all the rest on the top. So this is the bottom view. So the thing that I wanted to say is note that the calcaneus is off-centered. It's more over the exterior part of the feet, so it's not exactly on the center. And yeah, by having those things in mind, I think will be pretty much okay for us to make a general blocking for the volumes of the feet bones, just as we did into the hands. So let's just save it, and then we can start your blocking. Let me pause it here. Alright, so the first thing that I'm gonna do here is to insert a cylinder, and there will be here, I'm gonna rotate it 9 degrees and position it right over there. So first I'm gonna try to create, well, actually at first let's do this region that will be the connection with the two lower leg bones, and this will be exactly over here, just like that. And then the lower leg and the feet will be able to rotate on its angle like this, and then we can duplicate and rotate it to kind of create that heel looking, the calcaneus bone, and let's make it just a little bit off-centered, just as we saw it here, right? And then what I gonna do is to once again I'm gonna duplicate this and use just one. I'm gonna grab just one cylinder, and I'm gonna make this, let me show you. Here I will remove this, and also remove this first part and then remove this also that point. Here can also enable the double and then do del hidden, right? So here we're gonna have this general looking, and from this part I can then extrude. Oh damn, it's gonna crashes. Okay, so let me recover it and then we can continue. I'm gonna pause it here. Okay, continuing from the recover. I love that ZBrush recover always saves me a lot. Okay, so let's try. I'm gonna use the solo mode so it's not so unstable. And then with Z modeler, I'm gonna give it thickness. So I will leave my mouse over some polygon to enable the face mode in Z modeler, and then I can press space, go over extrude, and then select my target to all polygons. Okay, so I can grab it over there, and then I'm gonna have added some thickness on it. And another thing that we can do here is to add some arch, some curvature on its axis, on this axis. So we can go over here on the gizmo, click over this gear, and then go over bend arch. Then you're gonna go over this green arrow here, and you're gonna grab it to the bottom, right? So we're gonna have made some kind of arch, and then we can position it just a little bit better. Right? All right. And then from here we can duplicate those cylinders. I'm gonna duplicate it, isolate and delete hidden. I duplicated the actual subtool, right? And before we continue here, let me hide some things because I think they are becoming so unstable because of this. Good, perfectly. Now we have just the bones that we created. Let's just leave it with head as well. Good. And from here I'm gonna try to create some of these bones, the metatarsals. And for the metatarsals, you can realize that we have one big one that is bigger than the others, is thicker than the others, but they are barely all of them at the same size, not so many difference. Oops, sorry guys. And yeah, I'm gonna make it small a little bit and give it some high. I will give it some angle, and then I will duplicate, make it thinner. Then 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So we can leave it more over the back like this, and position everything everything more according to the reference that we have, right? Then one thing that we can do is, as I have all of these bones over the same into the same subtool, I can actually duplicate it just by grabbing with the move on this mode, the move mode. I can grab with control pressed, and then I will duplicate and mask the originals, and then I can make it way smaller to make the first phalanges. And then with move brush and topological mode on, I can then position it better. And then I can duplicate it one more time and make it smaller. Position it right into its place, right? And then at the end we're gonna have made we're gonna need to make the last phalange just for those 4 fingers. So I'm gonna duplicate, make it smaller, even smaller, like this. Position every single one at the tip, and notice that we're gonna have this first finger here, just right after the toe. We're gonna have it right on the front of the feet, and this one we won't need it, so I can hide it and delete it. I hide it over using that mask selection and going using the visibility high PT. When you select something with this mask, you're gonna have all the masked parts like there, and then once you press hide PT, it's gonna hide that part that is unmasked, and then I hit with my shortcut the del hidden. Okay, so now adjusting the proportions, we can have it like the middle, the half size, right? This region. So yeah, it's kind of into the right proportion, but the only thing that we need is to continue this arch. So I can go back and use my gizmo once again, and then click over the gear, bend arch, and make it just a little bit on its orientation like this, and then put it. Actually, we won't need this arch over this finger. We're just gonna need to make it touch the ground like that. And one thing that we gonna need to do is this arch over this angle. So maybe if we use it, yeah, it works. Now disable the topological mode, and now with move brush we can make some adjusts. One thing that is quite important is that this arch will not be really centered, so it would be nice to have this kind of angle, just as we have in over the hands, right? So let's make this adjust. And try to make it follow I think I could make it just a little bit smaller like that. And let's have a measurement for the height. So if we have like this 1 unit, I could change it, or maybe keep, okay, it's a half unit. So I'm gonna need to have like 1.5 here. Yeah, just perfectly 1.5. So, and also let me see into this measurement here, we also gonna need to half unit perfectly. So this will be a nice oh wait, we're gonna need to make this region all on the touching on the floor. So we're gonna have this nice arch here. We're gonna have this also, this nice arch here, and then we're gonna have this nice arch here as well. Maybe the feet would be not so down at the same height of the heel bone, right? So this can be a nice blocking for the feet. Let me hide it. Okay, and this is too big, won't need this big. Okay, and now I think we can merge it all together. These two pieces for, actually these 3 pieces for the feet, I'm gonna merge down and merge down once again. Oh, here we have some flipped polygons, so I will select, invert my mask, and isolate it, and then I can click over the flip and flip its normals. The flip is always over here into the display properties and use this flip. And actually I've made it flipped because I extruded with Z modeler over the center, so it flipped all the faces, right? Okay, good. Note that the heel bone is out of the center, you know, and we can make some detail like this over the heel bone, you know, do some smoothing over the border, and yeah, that's okay. That's enough for us for understanding the general looking. Okay, I like it. Now just one thing that we have to correct over the lower legs bone. Okay, let's continue over the next lesson, and then we can have a look on everything.